a tough mother. Don't you mess with me. Don't you mess with me. Don't you mess with me.
Don't mess with Shemekia Copeland. She's got a new album out called Blame It on Eve, one that she calls a vacation from all the heaviness.
Last records were definitely a lot more just heavier for sure. And this record's lighter. And don't get me wrong, I mean, we're still talking about some heavy things on this record, but it's definitely a lot more fun because, you know, I can't get away from the what's happening. I got to talk about what's happening.
But actually, from perspective here, it seems like what's happening has lightened up a bit in the last few weeks. Does that feel like that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I mean,
okay.
No, yes and no. I mean, you know, there's some positive things happening, but at the same time, it brings out a lot of negative in some people, you know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're out and about performing and stuff, do you have to kind of be careful about how you interact with people who may not feel the same as you?
No, because I don't talk about that stuff. You know, I don't talk about it.
All righty.
Yeah.
Very good. So this record here, again, you're with Will Kimbrough, so you guys have been working together for quite a while. What is it that keeps the two of you with each other?
Oh my God, he's a musical genius. There's nothing I can't ask him to do that he can't make happen. And that's what I love so much about him. He's just so incredibly talented. So me, John Hahn, Will Kimbrough, we're like a dream team. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And John's like your manager, but he's also a writer and executive producer and all that. So yeah, it's quite a tight outfit you got working there. And I see you got Luther Dickinson playing guitar on that first track. He's just put out a record. I just spoke to him. So he's been a busy boy lately as well.
Blame it on Eve. That original sin. Blame it on Eve. She just can't win. Since the Garden of Eden, they have you believing when something goes wrong, you can blame it on Eve.
Well, I've always wanted to work. I mean, I love the North Mississippi All-Stars, and we kind of all came up together around the same time. We're all second generation artists. And yeah, I've always wanted to work with him and Cody. So this just worked out. We asked him to play on this song, and he was ready and available to do it. So it worked out great.
It's interesting you mentioned second generation artists, and I just spoke to Devin Allman, who is Greg Allman's son, like an hour ago. So is there? I guess that's a thing these days, isn't it? Do you guys all kind of feel you're part of a similar vision or vibe or something?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, we definitely it's in our pedigree, right?
Yeah.
And we're carrying it on.
Very good. Okay. So you have a tune called Tough Mother, which is the second track on the album, which kind of got a little John Lee Hooker kind of boogie beat going on. But
I've never done a boogie. I've made plenty of records and I've never done a boogie. So I'm very happy.
Were you? Okay. And the lyrics are kind of autobiographical. Is that correct?
126 and St. Nick. Better be smart. Better be quick. Ain't no mercy on these streets. Just angry eyes, long rap sheets. Danger on the corner, razors and knives. You learn young to stay alive. I'm a tough mother, real tough mother. I'm a tough mother, don't you mess with me.
Absolutely. It's about my life, you know, growing up in Harlem where I grew up. My dad, my mom, I had cancer. It's all in there. And my baby. So it's a little bit of a little biography. Autobiography. Yeah.
Right. Is it tough to write about yourself and sing about yourself and put yourself
Oh
out?
no, that's what these songs, that's what this is about, right? Putting yourself out there a little bit,
Right.
letting people into your mind and your thoughts and stuff like that. So no, that's what we do.
Okay. All right. I noticed wine is a prevalent character in a few of the songs.
I know. It's like one interviewer asked me if I was an alcoholic. No,
Oh my God.
it's no, I am not. Yeah, no, it's just it just worked,
Sure.
it just worked with the songs at that particular time. But I'm not drowning my sorrows in a bottle. Don't worry, I'm all
No,
good.
I didn't think you were. There is responsible drinking. It's possible.
Mhm, mhm.
And broken high heels. Yeah, I think there's a line in there about waiting for the big kaboom or something along line. So I was enjoying that, and that's kind of a rocker.
Maybe we're done, maybe we're doomed. All just waiting for the big kaboom. New blues coming, Gate 2. There ain't a damn thing anyone can do. See if they still call it fake news when they're 6 feet under in melted shoes. Dancing in a graveyard in broken high heels, spinning round in circles like a Ferris wheel. Fools and politicians don't believe it's real. Dancing in a graveyard in broken high heels.
So when you were putting this song, there's a lot of different styles mixed in with this record. Was that what you wanted to do? Did you talk about that with Will going into it? How did you guys envision?
Absolutely. I mean, we pull from all American roots music, to make these records. And for me, I mean, I'm a blues artist and I'm a very proud blues singer, but I love being able to add elements of rock and bluegrass and country and all that stuff. We pull it all in. And I've been having a lot of fun doing that. I mean, we've had banjo, African banjo. Um, we've got cello on this record. It's just been a lot of fun doing this.
Cool. And you got one of my favorite people, Alejandro Escovedo, is singing, and that's kind of almost like a gospel tune. Is there anybody up there?
Lord, save me from the righteous, the ones who never sin. From the holy thing upon us, I can never win.
I guess they never heard
Of a little charity,
if they crucified poor Jesus.
think what they'll do to me.
Is there anybody up there in heaven? Anybody listen to me?
Yeah, a whole lot of praying and begging on this record for things to be better. Is there anybody up there? Heaven help us all. We need it. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Heaven help us all.
Mhm.
Steve, I had assumed that Stevie had written that song, but he didn't.
No. And I heard it first from Ray Charles and Gladys Knight. So
Right. Well, it was a hit when I was growing up by Stevie. I remember buying it back it was like 1970 or something like that. So you knew it from the Ray Charles. And how did it come about being on your record?
Heaven help the child who never had a home. Heaven help the girl who walks the streets alone. Heaven help the roses if the bombs begin to fall. Heaven help us all.
when I heard it, I had put it away in my notes actually, and I just thought, oh my God, I really love this song. I want to record it one day. But when I heard it, it was very big. It had like lots of voices and background vocals, just big production. And I knew when I heard it that I wanted to break it down, and not have all that. So.
Right. You do have a couple of singers, Lisa and Odessa, I believe, are singing BB.
Really great singers, both of them out of Nashville. Love those ladies.
Yep. So you recorded in Nashville. that seems to be a happening place these days for just all kinds of music, not just country.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of studios there. All the musicians are there. So it really does make it convenient to make a record.
All right. And you chose to sing one of your dad's songs, Down on Bended Knee. Why that particular one?
I have so many songs of my dad's to choose from. At this point, I'm just pulling them out when I want to, when I want to.
Yeah. And so do you try to approach them differently than they were originally done when you do sing them?
For the most part, I do. But then I always end up doing them the original way. It's funny.
All right. And do you do much writing yourself? Because I noticed that I don't think there's any of your own compositions on the record.
Yeah, I mean, I have. It's almost like these songs are tailor made for me. It's
right, sure.
Like a well-made dress. And yeah, I mean, I write songs, but I'm not a songwriter, and I always say that to people. I know the difference.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
Exactly.
If you enjoyed this episode of the 13th Floor's Music Talk series, please be sure to subscribe to the website or to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram and wherever you find your podcasts. There's a whole lot more to discover.